What's up, stranger? Good to see you, man.
My dog, how you been?
I'm being good, man. Even better now you're back. You know, there it is. That's what Chance the Rapper does amongst many, many things that no one else can do, which is take something that is deep and emotional and obviously very moving for you and make people want to sing along. It's beautiful. How are you, man?
Yo, thanks, bro. I'm good. I'm very good.
Yeah,
Excited.
great. Yeah, you look good, man. You got light in your eyes, and there's music here, and there's so much to dive into, and we're gonna start the ball rolling at least right now. So let's get into the song "A Tree" with Wayne Smino. You know, this is another chapter in your life story, man. This is another few pages in your book, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. This song means a lot to me, man. I mean, all music should mean a lot to you, but this song is like, it's one of the ones I'm most proud of. Uh, it's so many different pieces and people that came together to make this a thing happen, and so like to see it coming to fruition. This is a song that we made in 2022, or at least started on it, and so for it to be coming out and the album be about to come out and everything, like kind of just moving at the same time, it feels really good.
And you got to go in waves with that, right? I mean, when you start something, you fall in love with it straight away. It's love at first sight. I know this. I know the story. I've made this demo. I love this thing. And then it's like, wow, 3-4 years later, you're like, hey, man, I've been through the mill on this. Is this good? Is it
Yeah.
good? You know, do you feel that way?
Yeah. No, it's like this is one of those ones, like you said, like as soon as I heard the beat, I knew what this was gonna be. And Smino, who's been, one of my friends for years and years and years, he came through the crib, like I said, like 3 years ago, and he brought his producer Groove. Me and Vic Mensa was there. Vic Mensa's not credited on the song, but he's got, backing vocals on the hook. But it came from like a session of us just like sitting around and like being creative. And when I first heard this beat, it just took me back to sitting on the back seat of my mom's car, and like it made me feel all these emotions and all these, have all these memories, but also feel empowered. And so I just sat with the song, and it's been finished for a long time. I've known, I've rewritten parts, and we've re-recorded the choir, and Wayne eventually got on it, and different things happened, but it was from when I first heard it, I knew what it was.
Yeah. You were faithful. You were faithful. It was a lifelong relationship from the second you made it, right? It's going to be with you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a part of your story. Man, let's talk about your story. You know, let's talk about the time you've taken to return and what Starline is, and we heard it was a mixtape. Is it an album? Is there an album coming? Like, I guess this is a good chance as any, now that, we're speaking again, to sort of get some clarity on, because you've taken your time, like, okay, what do you know that you want us to know?
This is my favorite project that I've worked on.
That's big.
And yeah, and like you said, context is good to give to people. I've been working on it for 5 or 6 years. It's 16 tracks long. It's deeply personal, but it's also forward facing and like critical of everything that's going on. It's happening at a critical time. We always say it's a critical time, but like politically, you know, like internationally, like the world is going through it. You know what I'm saying? And like we're really getting to see the elasticity and the bandwidth of like moral fiber, community, like everything is getting stretched to its limits. And so this song and this project as a whole is very like very vocal and very like righteously indignant. And I think I think at this time, like this is the best time in the world to do it. One, because like people need to hear it, but two, like we don't know how long it's gonna be legal to talk like how I'm talking on this album.
Crazy. I've been thinking about this, I've been thinking about the fact that art for the longest time has been, the only form of communication. Well, I am said this to me, and he's right, that is uninterrupted. Ultimately, it is without barrier. If you choose to say something, it's in your heart, and you have a method to say it. You can't be controlled like aspects of the media can now, like social media can. Now are we starting to see the attention turned towards the arts? It feels a little bit like that, right?
That's the next thing. Like it starts with
Is that AI? Is that the thing? Are we gonna be,
yeah, 'cause I'm worried about AI. I'm more worried about
No, but you know what I mean? I'm not worried about AI. Progress is progress. But I'm saying like, okay, do we now actively go out there and promote AI as something for people's attention, because that way it can be controlled, the message can be controlled. It's not a free thinking experience. That's what I mean.
absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. No, I think the large language models and um, tech and new media as a whole is being used to control people. I'm talking specifically about our governing bodies and uh, the backbone or lack thereof when it comes to making sure that there's access and freedom for people in media and in the press. Because I look at artists as a part of the press.
Yeah. Yes.
And so
Yes.
the first thing that they come after is the educational systems, and then it's the legal systems, the judges and the lawyers, and then the most important line of defense or offense at the fall or rise of any power is the media. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like pretty soon, like I said, it's not going to be legal to talk like how I'm talking on this project. And so I'm very careful in what I'm saying. I'm very intentional in what I'm saying. It's not all trauma drenched or super, super serious, but it is, we're in a serious time. And so the music is like, it's reflective of that. It's reflective of my journey in the past few years. And even on this song, Tree, which, you know what I'm saying, like, at first glance, it might feel like it's, a fun weed song with
This
a
is
cool
what
little
you do.
sample.
This is what you do, though. That's what I'm saying.
It's the sugary medicine. You gotta feed it, you gotta give it to people in a way that feels good. Music is first a recording art. So I think the ability to make sure that it's artsy and that it feels good and it sounds good is number one for me. But also, like, as people break down this song, it's incredibly radical. It speaks about weed, which has been a defining sort of motif in hip hop music for as long as I can remember, but was also very otherized in the beginning. So shout out to Wiz Khalifa, shout out to Snoop, shout out to like all the people that took, what I'm
Cypress
saying, the
Hill. Yep.
negative.
Yep.
Yeah, they took the negative connotation in the beginning and created, a space for us to act like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
And Bob Marley, and there's a hint of that in there as well with the India RE, man. I feel like to some degree you're 100% paying respect to that era and to that music.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, the Rastafaris were extremely influential in this whole project making. And I think the thing that I really love about this record is that it's true and it's real. And like you were saying earlier, like I think this is a time for artists to make what they love and what they want, what they need to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
And
we love it when you do, man. We really do. And like I said, I love it that you've taken your time. That being said, I'm going to get into the sticky now. So put on your skates. Do we have a release date?
we're not saying the release date yet, but it is coming this month. And
Okay, so
yeah,
well, that's a release date. You said it's coming this month.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, it's coming this month. That's good news. Do you want to tell us a little bit about who else has joined you on this ride? To give us a little bit more to get people excited, get everyone talking.
Jasmine Sullivan's vocals came in last week. Um,
That's beautiful. I can't wait to hear that.
I'm extremely proud about that. That's enough in it right there. Shout out to Jazz. She's a legend
Yeah, yeah, no, that's gonna be
and
amazing.
incredibly talented. And I think everybody that's on the project was, they were tailor made for this project, and it feels like everybody tonally, lyrically, even producers wise, everybody came in and did their thing.
It's kind of important to ask this question. You mentioned something before when you were talking about like how you've changed in the time during the making of this album. Because we were getting to know the changes in real time. Every album you put out, it'd be like, okay, step by step. But there's been a lot of time for growth between the last project and this one. So who are you today that you weren't when we saw you last? How has life changed for you and how have you adapted to it?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I change every day, but I'm still. It's not like I forget anything. So I'm all of my experiences and a lot more. And I think in the past 6 years, I learned a ton about friendship, community, loyalty, um, you know, the power of prayer, the importance of relationship. I think I just got older. You gotta realize, like, I was 20 when Acid Rap came out. I was 21 when I had my first kid. I'm 32 now, so I've lived an adulthood at a really young age. I was touring and traveling, supporting multiple family members, businesses, friends, like everything from a young age. I'm damn near a child star. You know what I'm saying? So like I've I think I had a matured understanding of things from a young age and went around the world, but I've done it over and over again now. And so, I'm not the, you know, the final version of myself right now either. I think every day we're just getting older and growing and learning more and more. But I am very happy with this with today's me.
You know, it's going to be a beautiful experience when this project comes out very, very soon. Starline's the name of the project. Chance the Rapper, it's great to see you. A Tree, important song for an important time. Lil Wayne and Smino joining you on the ride. And man, thanks for a few minutes. We always appreciate the fact you touch base with us here at Apple, bro. You know we love you.
Of course, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see you soon, man.